Good morning, students. This is the first video of the chapter Nationalism in India. And this video has been made for class 10th. So let's start this chapter, Nationalism in India. So far we discussed that what is nationalism. In the previous chapter, that was nationalism in Europe. And we came to understand that how slowly nationalism erupted in European countries and finally how new state or new nation states developed in Europe. Countries like Germany, Italy, France, Switzerland, they developed because of the nationalism. Now in the same way, we are going to discuss nationalism in India. I mean to say that how the nation state developed in India. What were the circumstances that led to the development of India as a nation state? Or what led to the development of nationalism in India? In order to understand that, we have to understand that the India was not developed as a nation state, it was fragmented into various regional areas. And each area was having their own controller. These all areas were under the different person. And people were fighting, or the kings were fighting for their specific area. They were not fighting for the entire country. Like in Punjab, the kings were fighting only for Punjab. In Maharashtra, the Marathas were fighting only for the Maratha land. Similarly, in Hyderabad, Tipu Sultan was there, he was fighting only for his piece of land. So likewise, in different parts of India, the different kings were fighting for their own piece of land. But at that time, the people were not united. No patriotism was there for the entire country. It was there for the entire specific area. But ultimately, when the Britishers came, they created the situation which led the unification of ordinary people. Ordinary people became united and they understood that Britishers are their common enemy. And after that, through the mass movement, the Britishers were demolished, or the British Empire was demolished. So here in this particular chapter, we are going to discuss about the mass movement and cultural movement. So how the nationalism promoted. In order to understand this, we are going to discuss two important points. First one is mass movement and second one is cultural movement. Because of mass movement and cultural movement, finally nationalism promoted in India and India got independence and it developed as a nation state. Now story starts with the First World War and with the impact. First World War started, and as Britain was involved in the war, and at the same time India was the colony of Britain. So as a result, India also got involved indirectly in the war, and all the important resources of India were wasted, were utilized in the war that was going on between the different European countries. Now, and of course, not only European countries were involved in the World War, all the different regions, all the different continents were involved in the World War first. So here, we need to understand what was the impact on the ordinary Indians. So we need to understand here that first of all, when the World War I started, the impact was very severe. It created a very deep impact on Indians. In order to generate more and more income to meet the expenses of war, taxes were increased. Custom duty, income tax was introduced, and other taxes were also introduced. So it was nothing but the burden on Indians. After that, one more thing was that was the forced recruitment. In order to meet the expenses of war, they pressurized Indians to pay more taxes. Apart from that, they used our farmers, peasants as a soldier. They started forced recruitment in our country. They started forcing our ordinary peasants and farmers to join their army so that they could fight on behalf of the Britishers in the World War I. And at the same time, epidemic and shortage of food started in the country. So the period between the 1900 and 1920, I must tell, these 20 years period was a complete period of turmoil. It was a period of disturbance. We need to understand the impact was very severe and it led to fire in the heart of Indians against the Britishers. So the story starts with the First World War and its impact that created anger, hate in the mind of Indians against Britishers. Because of this, the Indians decided that our problem is not going to over unless Britishers will go from this country. When this was going on, at the same time, in between, an important leader emerged in India. He was none other than Mahatma Gandhi. He came from South Africa in 1915, and after that, he visited the entire India by taking suggestion from his political guru, Gopal Krishna Gokhale. And when he visited India, he came to know the actual problem of India. And he understood that we cannot fight or we cannot directly fight with the Britishers. But in order to defeat the Britishers, we need Satyagraha. So from here, the idea of Satyagraha emerged in our country. And finally, with this idea only, Gandhiji led various mass movements like non-cooperation movement, civil disobedience movement, Quit India movement, and finally the Britishers were forced to move out of this country. So we need to understand here the idea of Satyagraha was the most important idea that was introduced by Gandhiji. And the first experimental ground or the first experiment of Satyagraha was done in the land of Champaran. So let us start the idea of Satyagraha and we will try to understand the idea of Satyagraha. Basically, in order to defeat your oppressor, it is not necessary that you should use always violent means. Without using any violent means, without using any anger, you can also defeat your oppressor. And it will be done through only the Satyagraha. So basically, Satyagraha is about fighting for the truth or fighting against the injustice. So what was the mechanism? The mechanism was very simple, that if you want to defeat our oppressor, we need to adopt a different type of approach. We'll have to knock at the conscience of that person. If you're going to take the physical form, if you're going to take the different strategy, it will not work. So we have to knock at the door of or at the conscience or at the heart of the oppressor, and once the oppressor will understand, after some time his heart will melt and of course he will stop dominating you. So this was the concept, and this concept was utilized in the land of Champaran. So what was the condition? What was going on in Champaran? Champaran is a small, it is an area in Bihar, and in this area indigo plantation was going on, and basically it was the forced indigo plantation that was going on. The farmers of the Champaran were forced to use indigo in their farmland because indigo was very popular and there was a great demand in the world market for indigo. So Britishers forced the peasants to grow indigo in the best part of their land, and as a result the land was going to become infertile. So it was the impact. So because of that, the condition was very difficult for the poor peasants. Gandhiji came here and he started Satyagraha movement. He convinced ordinary farmers not to do the cultivation of indigo, and finally he got victory in this. And a special type of commission was made by Britishers, and finally the indigo plantation was stopped in the Champaran. So we need to understand here the Satyagraha idea of Satyagraha was experimented for the first time in the Champaran, and Gandhiji became victorious. So this was the first experiment which emerged Gandhiji as the new leader in India, or as the very important, as a mass leader of India. So this is what we have to discuss here. So we discussed here that how the Indians got affected by the World War I. After that we discussed the emergence of Gandhiji, and we discussed about idea of Satyagraha that was introduced by Gandhiji. And after that we discussed that Champaran was the first experiment. Later on In Kheda, the same experiment was done. And after that, in Ahmedabad mill, the same type of experiment was done in which Gandhiji got victory. So because of this victory, Gandhiji understood that it is very easy to defeat Britishers without using the force, without using the violence. So that is why he adopted the means of non-violence and truth to win against the Britishers. So this is all about this topic. Thank you so much.